What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. So today, making the video a little bit later. As you can tell, it's a little dark out, but been a little busy. Here, get away from the window. But been a little bit busier, so trying to find time to get something out. But today, wanted to talk about just staying in the moment and just being present and not really getting caught up in all that anxiety and just stress about the future, about what's going on, what's going to happen, what might happen, all that type of stuff. So, really whenever I'm making one of these type of videos, it's just usually something I'm dealing with personally. So it's why I feel like I can speak on it pretty well, just because it's like, you just go through it and so you can kind of relate to it, I guess. But I think it's important. I've kind of got caught up in myself. I'm going to be moving couple months and completely other side of the country, which is it's a big move, but it's important and something I do want to do. So it's like it's cool, but it also again brings some anxiety, things you want to worry about and all the little details you want to have hashed out. But I think just kind of living it instead and just taking every experience for what it is and just not needing to control everything, I think is very powerful. Just because at the end of the day, you look at it and you're always trying to be in a future situation. You're like, oh, I'm worried about this, or, I'll be this when this happens, or when I'm there, I'll be happier, or this, or whatever. But, you end up wishing away your years, and by the time you realize, like, man, I'm never going to get to that point. And the whole time I've just been wishing away the only time I have here. So it's like, it's just important to slow down and just realize that the current moment is really all we have. It is all we have, and it doesn't matter where you are on your journey, what part you are on, what you don't have, what you have too much of. It doesn't matter because this is all we got. So you can make good out of any situation, you make bad out of any situation. So just whatever you have, wherever you are, just enjoy the journey. Especially if you've taken a unconventional route. If you've taken a normal route, conventional, I think that's perfect and fine as well. I think doing what you love is important, but for me, I've taken a very unconventional route, which I'm sure leads to some of those anxieties because, especially being earlier on, only being a couple of years into diving into, creating my own whole everything, it can be a little bit much at times where it's just like, okay, this is, how is that going to work out, or how I'm going to do that, or how I'm going to pay for that, or whatever, But if you ask anyone who's ever done anything great, they'll tell you the best years of whatever they've done was on the journey. So the journey is always going to be the reward. It's going to be the destination. It's going to be what you look back on and say, okay, well, once I'm there, this wasn't really as good of a feeling as it was when I was still climbing that mountain. Once you're at that mountaintop, it's like, okay, let me go find another mountain. So you just never really enjoy it. And by the time you kind of look down at your feet, it's just, you're old and you wished away all your years and your life is gone just like that. And it goes by quick. So I think that's, kind of getting on talking, hopefully helps some people out, but helps myself too, just to kind of hear myself talk about it out loud. A secondary thing that comes with, taking an entrepreneurial route in life per se is you end up, or at least for my case, you end up needing a lot of time of isolation to really focus on what you're doing, and that can lead to exactly that, just isolation. So it's just, it kind of gets stuck in your head at times, and whether something in the business goes well or doesn't for the day, it's like that's all that's in your head. So it just kind of bounces around, and sometimes it's good to kind of just let that out. So just want to let you know, you're not alone. Wherever you are in life, you're not alone. Just take a deep breath, look outside, enjoy the sun. If you're somewhere where it's warm, enjoy the warmth. It's very warm where I am right now, but I like the warmth, so it's all good by me. Worth noting, just a fun thing to look back on. Here, check this out. Bang. See that? Good. Celtics won the championship this year. That's pretty cool. I'm in Massachusetts, so lifelong Celtics fan. Finally got to see them win one, so that was a cool experience. Did not go to the parade though. It was just a little too like hot and crazy. It was a million people there. I don't know. A little too wild for me, but yeah, just focusing on work. I think it was just a good little video to come out with, just to kind of let people know it's important, yes, to always be setting goals and pushing towards those, but at the same time, you need to take a step back and just find some time to live. Because, by the time it's like, okay, well, once I do this, I'll live a little bit, or once I get there, I'll live a little bit, or once I get this, by the time you get there, just the time to live is gone. Those opportunities close, and who knows if they'll come back. But yeah, I think it's important just to stay in the moment, be present, enjoy where you are. As I said, enjoy whatever you have. Enjoy this life. It's very quick. It's a very short existence, shorter than you know, but you can make it longer and you can make it better by just carving out a little bit of time to do something you enjoy. And that's what I've been trying to do. I'm sure you've seen, if you watch this channel a lot, I've been picking up some skateboarding and doing some other stuff. I found myself caught up in a cycle for a few years where I was doing nothing but just working every day. Just as I mentioned, doing the entrepreneur stuff, which I think is good. I think is maybe a necessary aspect of some of the earlier years of doing anything well like that, but I don't know. I just kind of get hit by an epiphany. It was like life is going really fast, and before I knew it, 2.5, 3 years had passed by, and it was just like I couldn't remember a single thing I did in the last 3 years besides just work. Like I really couldn't remember like a single thing I did for to go live or enjoy life or anything like that besides just work. So it just kind of hit me, and I was like, okay, well, just try to be a little bit more present. But kind of just rambling on a little bit here. Again, I slacked on the videos a little bit last week. I wanted to get something out this week. Try to be more consistent with that moving forward again. Try to get one out a week, but yeah, we'll take it from there and see what I can do. But appreciate you guys all for coming as always, and remember to live for the now. Peace, guys.